me a break. This whole thing is the biggest fairy tale I've ever seen.
Dershowitz joins us tonight. Professor Dershowitz, to start with a factual question, are you doing the bidding of Vladimir Putin?
Of course not. I hate Vladimir Putin. I hate what he stands for. I hate tyranny anywhere in the world. I'm not doing the bidding of Donald Trump. I oppose Donald Trump's immigration policies, his approach to Charlottesville, and when I have an opportunity, I tell him that. I am making the same arguments about civil liberties I've made for 50 years, and that I would be making if Hillary Clinton had been elected president and people were trying to impeach her. But at people talk about parties as if that's something serious. I don't care about parties. I'm invited to too many. But at a party this week on Martha's Vineyard, a woman said, if Dershowitz were here tonight, I'd stab him through the heart. This is a Martha's Vineyard woman saying she would stab me through the heart. Another Martha's Vineyarder, a professor at MIT, Professor Nicholas Negroponte, who has previously said he wished there were no New York Times and that people only got the news that represented their own personal worldview so that they wouldn't hear opposing points of view. The same guy who said soon there'll be a pill that you can swallow and you'll learn French overnight, so you won't have to go through the process of learning French. He's leading the campaign to try to get other people to shun me in every way and not to engage with me. Now they're losing because the vast majority of people, even in Martha's Vineyard and in Chilmark, can't stand people who try to stop speech and try to stop debate. So it's backfiring. But the other point that's very important is they did this to try to hurt me, but the end result is they're helping Donald Trump. They are strengthening Donald Trump's hands. The people who try to shun me are giving Donald Trump and his base an argument about what the radicals are doing. I have one point to correct from what you said. I don't think what you're describing is a liberal phenomenon. I'm a liberal. I think it's a hard left radical phenomenon. I think liberals still support free speech. Liberals still support due process. But the Democratic Party and the left has been taken over by radicals who have no interest in due process. They're like Negroponte. They only want their truth to prevail. They don't want any dissent. They don't want any argument. It's happening on university campuses. And when you have professors like Negroponte giving the students the lesson, it's okay not to engage, not to talk to people you disagree with, it's a terrible reflection of what's going on in the United States of America. So put aside Martha's Vineyard, put aside clam bakes and cocktail parties, and put aside what Morning Joe was saying. By the way, I challenge Morning Joe to have me on a show when he mocks me so that I can respond. It's easy and kind of unfair to attack somebody and then not give him an opportunity to respond. Let's see if he has the guts to put me on a show so that I can tell his viewers the truth.
Well, nobody wants to engage, and that's the point we've been making over and over, I think, and valiantly so, that it's not a question of people disagreeing with each other. It's a question of one side trying to shut down the other and prevent it from expressing an alternative view.
I agree with that, and that is so bad for America, and it's so bad for young people to see the examples that Professor Negroponte and others are giving. We know the truth. Capital T. We don't need to hear any dissenting points of view. It's okay
scary
if you just hear my point of view. That's un-American.
Totally. Professor, thank you for that. I really appreciate it.